Reaching millions. The new set. Bottom to the top. New music from holy hip-hop lyricist Orem Shalom.
And it's loving God more than anything. You know that love you feel inside for yourself. Love who you come in contact with the same. Learn from the Lord, not your pain. My God forgives and so do I. I like life, but I'm excited to die. To live in the kingdom of the Most High. To see what it's like to be alive.
God's word, encased in an insatiable groove that'll keep you singing and playing this song over and over again. Bottom to the top. The new single from Orem Shalom. Get it now at iTunes, Spotify.com, and Amazon.com.
I love you.
When you're looking for that authentic Caribbean flavor, the place to go is Aldi's Caribbean Restaurant. The food is good and the service is great. Takeout or dine-in, we've got you covered. Try our all-you-can-eat buffet, Monday through to Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're located at 7879 Spring Valley Road in Dallas, Texas. Visit aldiz.com or call us at 972-701-0111. Catering is also available. Aldi's Afrobean Restaurant. Come, taste the Afrobean flavor.
Hi, my name is Krystn.
And my name is Tolu.
And you are tuned to
On the Real with Tolu and Krystn.
I mean, can you check out the drip? I'm just talking. I'm just, look at my drip. Look at my drip,
Okay.
with my, I've got the eye of the tiger going on here. So, what did I miss last week? What did you guys even talk about last week?
What did we talk about? Okay, we talked about parental protection, parental control, how much is too much control, and the whole TI situation with his daughter.
Yeah.
And she's actually deactivated all her social media accounts.
Oh, she has?
Yeah, she has, because, it's just too much for her to deal with. I mean, that's such breach of trust to the highest level.
Yeah, I'm putting her on blast.
You'd love to have a relationship. It's good to have a relationship with your parents, with your mom, your dad. Especially if you're a girl, having a relationship with your dad is very important, because that is kind of the first relationship that a girl child is exposed to.
Of course.
And depending on the kind of relationship you have with your dad, it is going to set the pace for all the other male relationships you're going to have
in your future,
in your life. So I think they had a fantastic relationship. The only thing is, he breached her trust by going to spill it all out in public. And then now it's like, okay, I don't know what to do with this situation. So that's what we talked about last week.
Yeah, because from my perspective, I actually do not know I can't tell any parent this is how you should raise your child, but if this is the route you choose to take, bringing it on social media and making it public knowledge wasn't the best thing to do. Yeah, it wasn't the best thing to do.
It's too much.
Especially for a reputation as a teenager.
Yeah, people do the most on social media.
Already it's hard to be a teenager.
Yeah, they now
add that to it is a lot.
How was your weekend?
My weekend was good.
I've been battling with allergies and cold. So.
Oh, that was me last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really bad.
Mine was bad. I didn't have a voice and all. Yeah.
But well, we're here. We're pressing forward. And it's getting cold. And we can do only what we can do. So
but this is my season, though.
It's your season, what?
So I can show my drip, Can't wear jackets
please.
and stuff.
Tolu,
It's my
please.
season.
Okay, we agree it's your season. Fine.
Okay,
fine,
over the
fine.
weekend we had One Africa Fest, right?
Oh, and everybody is in Dubai.
So you were
I
giving me
wish
one
I
coded
knew.
gist.
Well, then I knew though. Did I say nude? Jeez.
He's not only nude, he's bosher. He's removed clothes.
Cannot
Sorry for those of you that
I
you know.
cannot believe I
Sometimes
said-
my Nigerian just
Oh
jumps
my
out,
goodness.
takes over things.
No ways. That is so silly of me.
No,
Okay,
no,
I
you're fine.
wish I knew that it was actually happening this weekend. We might have
You'd
just
have
taken
planned,
off
right?
work to just go to Dubai.
I know,
because
would have done
apparently
on the real
everybody's-
there.
Yes.
You know?
And it would have been really nice.
It'd have been really dope
Because
though.
it's fun. The whole of the Nigerian entertainment industry is in Dubai.
Yeah, I even saw this video of some guy that was crying, some comedian in Nigeria, like, it's not because I cannot afford it.
I know. Everybody had,
Yeah.
There was a wedding.
Yeah.
There were some fights.
Oh yeah, that's the
There
one.
was,
The one you were telling me about the fights. That's what I want to hear about. Tell me about that.
Well,
So give me the
apparent-
inside scoop.
Apparently, Davido fought with somebody in
Okay.
the elevator, broke a bottle on his head. We're not sure. Allegedly,
Oh
we're not
yikes!
sure if that's what happened, but that's what they say happened.
Wow.
Second fight that happened was Toto DK and somebody, and then my good friend Angelic.
Angelica. Okay.
What's
Angel
his-
from Big Brother.
No, Angel. He's a stylist. What's
Oh,
that? His
Angel.
Angelic Touch.
Angelic Touch.
Yeah, that's his, because I'm trying to call his Instagram name. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So apparently he styled one of these Big Brother guys,
Yeah.
and then the guy gave the credit to somebody else, some other designer, some other stylist.
No.
Yes, and my friend was really pissed. And Angel is such a calm person. He
Exactly.
Just, he never looks for trouble.
Uh-huh.
He's always on his lane. He just does his work. And he actually had to call this guy out because
Wow.
the guy that he styled happened to be the best dressed. I mean, people are rooting like he's the
Oh.
best dressed male celebrity
At the
or
show,
at the
yeah.
weekend. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So how you going to take somebody else's work and give credit to somebody, else? So that's really bad.
But why would
And that's
anyone
what
even
happened.
do
so
that?
it was just a lot of fights and fights and fights.
Wow.
And then, but at least there was a wedding, so hopefully something good came out of it.
Oh, nice.
And I see that some people are ticking off items from their bucket list, like swimming with the sharks, with a dolphin,
Yeah.
jumping off a plane, stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
So it's fun weekend all round.
Yeah. So it's safe to say
And
that we
safe to
both
say that
missed.
we missed.
Mm.
Ah,
But it's all
FOMO.
good. It's all
Fear of
good.
missing
Don't worry,
out.
Dubai next year we're coming. We're coming.
yeah, we'll come.
We and our entourage.
You and our crew.
Our crew.
Our crew.
Okay, to get down to today's business, and I know this is one topic that Krystn is a little murky about.
See,
Why are
that's
you
why
covering your
That's why I'm
face?
covering my face, because
Don't cover your face.
this topic that Tolu chose for the week,
Yeah.
today's episode, is
Is it table shaker?
I don't know. So Tolu, please talk. Tell them what we're
Okay,
talking about.
today we're talking about sexual orientation. Okay, now let me be clear. Today's topic is not about whether or not your sexual orientation is right or wrong. The topic says having this particular type of sexual orientation, is it determined at birth or is it something you grow into? Because of course, we know, and you agree with me on this, we know that as a dude, you grew up liking girls. So from birth, your sexual orientation is to like girls. If you agree with me. Yeah? So now on the flip side, for those that don't like girls, they're not like boys, the question is, was that determined at birth or something you picked up along as you started growing up? So Krystn, what do you think? What do you think happened? Because before you even answer that question, so let's take you as an example. Of course you like boys. I mean, you like men, of course. So at what age, let's even keep the main topic aside for now. At what age do you think for you the oh, I have a crush on the boy started happening for you? At what age do you think it started happening for you?
I'd say my teenage years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what was that
But-
like?
Well, you just think that you liked this particular person.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't allowed to explore,
Mm-hmm.
but it was there. You know, and then as you grow up, you find yourself, right?
Exactly.
So, the thing is, I will not be able to talk about this topic too much because my mother is watching this thing. And I don't want her to
Your
come
mother
and
is on
start.
your life?
My mother will not come
No,
and
don't
start
worry.
doing,
Your mother got you.
come and do prayer fasting for me.
She got
But,
you.
okay, I'll say this personally, right?
Yeah.
I don't know that anybody was born gay or straight. I feel like you're born and then you grow up. As you're growing up, you start to discover yourself and start to discover who you are, your own person. And sometimes you don't find yourself until you're really grown. Again, depending on the circumstances surrounding your childhood, because some people were raised under some very strict circumstances.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it just depends on where you're born into.
Okay.
Yeah, where you were raised, who raised you. That's what would either hasten the process of finding yourself or delay the process of finding yourself.
Totally agree.
That's what I think. So, at the end of the day, it's not if you were born this way or that way. It's who did you discover yourself to be? Who did you find yourself to be? Personally, I'm very adventurous.
Okay.
I'm a very adventurous person, and I'm the person to try something at least once in my lifetime because I like to have an experience of everything.
Yeah.
I don't like my experiences to be from what people said. I like to
have hands-on experience. Exactly.
And as I'm growing older, right, getting older, I'm discovering that who I thought I was I'm discovering things about myself that I didn't really have time or the opportunity to know about myself growing up. Now I'm getting into my own person.
Yeah.
And I'm finding out that when it comes to like relationship, I'm not traditional.
Okay.
I'm not a traditional woman who, how women are raised. And I've always known that. And that's why I also know that you can be born like that.
Okay.
Okay, because now I've always, girls are born and then you're programmed to sit and dream about your wedding day, your Prince Charming, that's how we're groomed.
Okay.
But I'm one girl who I will tell you honestly, I've never sat like that and just dreamed, fantasized about my wedding with like Cinderella gown and this and all the.
So you never played with Barbie and Ken?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
No.
That's interesting.
I did not. I don't till today. I mean, I don't even like going to weddings. Even when I go to weddings, I'm just like, okay, it's just I'm going there to dance and just socialize. It's not because I'm going there and sitting and saying, oh my God, I'm looking forward to my own wedding day. No, but that doesn't mean that I don't want to get married.
Of course.
Eventually. But I'm just not the traditional. I'm not just the traditional girl. I'm not that girl who just wants to be married and have children. And I'm different.
Because I've been trying to dive into the psyche of the whole general subject. A lot of people say that. I didn't do this to myself. This is how I am. This is my orientation. It's how I was born. And for me, it now brings me down, even though I'm not a scientist, but it now brings me down to genetics. And, in genetics, they say that the character traits of both the male and the female that come together to have a child is what the child embodies, joins together and embodies. Now, if you said something very vital, you said it has to do with the environment.
Yep.
But I've met people that grew up in a very typical sexual orientation type of household, but had their own breakaway.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying that for some people, right, it takes you longer time to find yourself.
Yeah.
It takes you longer time to discover that, oh, this is actually who I'm really not the traditional girl or the traditional boy. And that's why it's hard for some people to come out.
Yeah.
Because it's not you. It's not. This is you as a person, right? But
Yeah.
then there are the external forces that make up you as you're supposed to be,
Yeah.
as opposed to who you are.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it becomes hard for you to now say, okay, this is who I am. That's why it's such a battle for you to come out and say, this is who I am. I mean, for me particularly, right, I can't sit here and say I'm not gay,
Mm-hmm.
but I am, I'm very open-minded.
Okay.
So I'm the kind of person that I'm not closed to anything.
Yeah.
Because first of all, I have the adventurous side of me
Uh-huh.
that likes to try out things.
Okay.
And then I also know that I am just now getting to discover myself.
Exactly.
I'm just now finding out a lot of things about myself.
Yeah.
This is the first time in my life that I'm having me time.
I
That I'm
see.
taking time to know
To
myself,
discover yourself.
to discover myself. And it's not because, it's just because life hasn't given me the opportunity up until now
To be able to
actually
explore.
explore who I am. And I'm finally getting to the point where I'm unapologetic.
Yeah.
And I've said, you know what? I need to find a way to live my life, discover who I am, know myself,
Yeah.
and just live my life the way it should be. So even if
Yep.
if I'm dating, I'm not, my mother would say, oh, you need to be married, have children, this, that. That's not, I'm not traditional.
I see.
So I like open relationships, you know,
I
because
see.
if I follow the pattern of my life
Okay.
and my relationship life up until this time, I mean, in the last 10 years, it's so easy to see for myself that I'm not a traditional marriage girl.
I get that. I get that a
Yes.
lot. Because the
So
truth
that's
is,
the same thing with somebody who
Yeah.
discovers that they're gay. It's not
Yeah.
like they just woke up and became gay.
Mm-hmm.
They've only found out
yeah.
that they are gay. It's not like they didn't know. It's not like they picked it up somewhere.
Yeah.
It's been there, but they just had not found the opportunity for them to actually find themselves
Okay.
and come to that knowledge had not happened. And
Okay.
then it comes to a point where you're like, oh, finally, this is actually what this is.
Yeah.
If I'm looking at why wasn't it working out with this person or this person? Oh, that's because I'm this kind of person. So you now come to the realization that this is who you are.
Yeah.
And then you say, oh, this answers the questions that I've been asking myself all along.
You
And
know,
that's what I
the
think.
reason why I actually chose this is because I have, of course, you know, I have my own view about this. But in order to have an informed conversation, you have to be someone that knows how to get out of the way so that you can understand the perspective
Yep.
of the other spectrum. And, you know, there are a lot of questions because I discussed with two guys. One was of a different sexual orientation and the other was just like me. And then the other guy that was just like me was saying, well, okay, picture me this. If you're saying that this was part of your genetic makeup or your predisposition to be this type of way, why is it that we don't have animals that swing the other way? By predisposition.
We don't know. We're not animals, so we cannot tell.
Yeah.
You don't know.
So that was kind of
You don't
funny to
live-
me that
you
he
don't
said
live
that.
with animals, so you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
If you probably had a farm, if you can talk to a farmer, if you speak to a farmer, they'll probably tell you that they have seen situations like that. So now we're talking as humans, we're not talking as animals.
Yeah.
because That's a whole different.
Dynamic.
You're not exposed to animals enough to be able to make that judgment.
Yeah.
If you're exposed to animals enough, you work at a zoo, you have a farm
Yeah.
with animals on it, and you're seeing a lot of animals, then you'll be able to say, oh, this is it.
Yeah.
But if you're not, because you're not exposed to that, you can't make that judgment. But now as human beings, I just feel like and then you know how it is, people are programmed to think a certain way.
Yeah.
It's just like we're programmed to go to school, get a job, get married, have children, live, die. Just the same. That's how it goes, the cycle.
But
But
it-
it takes a different.
Yeah.
It takes you, who with a different to want more from life, to say, you know what, this is not just what I want. I want something else. I can be different. I saw a post the other day. Somebody said, oh, her cousin just got married.
Yeah.
She has kids. She's somewhere. She's with her husband and her children. She has a job. She has a life. She's happy. She, on the other hand, she's somewhere in Ibiza, and she's drunk and high.
Yeah.
And she's happy.
Yeah.
Happiness means two
Different things
to different people.
I see what you mean.
So it's that whole mentality of we're trying to be in a box and trying to be what society has said we should be.
Yeah.
That's what always restricts people from actually being their true selves. And I feel like it takes a certain it takes a certain blessing for you to get to a point where you're actually living free of what society wants you to be and actually be your true self. And that's why some people come out when they are 50.
Yeah.
Some people are already married, have children, and then they realize, you know what, this wasn't me. But because they needed to not let some people down, some people were going to have heart attack and die because of this kind of situation. That's why they're like, you know what, let me just live this life.
Yeah.
But it gets to a point where you're like, I cannot do this anymore.
I see your programming angle.
That's where I see it. That's
but
how I look at it.
in relation to male and female, I understand what you're saying about programming and what we've been accustomed to, but I'm sure you've heard this term before: square peg
in a round hole.
In a round hole. So there was a design for the male genitals and the female genitals. There was a design, and if you see, the design is in such a way that something fits somewhere. Right? Would you say that is programming, or that is actual predestination, the design from the creator for how sexual relationships should go?
Well, bodies are designed the way they're designed.
Yeah.
Yes. But it doesn't mean that you cannot
experiment?
Yes.
Is that the word you're looking for? Yeah.
There are ways to these things.
Yeah.
I mean, and by the way, people are looking for different things in different situations.
Yeah.
I mean, for some people, being in a relationship is work. It's being in a relationship. I don't know. Some people also, situations trigger something.
Oh yeah, I think I'm getting a headway here now.
Situations
trigger certain things.
You've been with guys, and then that's why it's good to be open-minded, because you never know where love will come from. You never know where true happiness comes from. Nobody has said that you only have to be happy with a man as a girl, or you only have to be happy with a woman as a man. I don't think that's the thing. We are very limited as humans, and it's causing a lot of confusion.
I see.
Yeah, because there's my friend's friend, her husband cheated on her with a man. So now you're not only afraid, it would have been better if you didn't even get married.
Yeah.
Like how do you divorce and then it's because your husband cheated on you with a man? Why did he marry me in the first place? You should have just lived your life, because now you put me in a situation where it's embarrassing, first of all.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather you cheat with a girl, because then you're a girl. Don't leave me and cheat with a man. So in the first place, you were just trying to fulfill all righteousness by just being with me. No.
I see what you're saying.
So society needs to stop putting people in a box and making people feel like they have to live a certain way and be a certain way for them to be accepted.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. So are people born gay? Yes. Did they discover it at that time? No. Something they discovered later on. But I feel like there is always that, it can't just come from nowhere. You know.
That's exactly my point. It can't come from nowhere.
Yeah.
Because
there has to be
some kind of external
there,
influence.
And then there has to be inside of you, and then something triggers, brings it out, or you grow into it.
Yeah.
You know? So
I want to reiterate that. Please bear in mind, people that are listening and watching, that we're not saying that a certain kind of sexual orientation is bad or wrong.
Oh,
we just want to understand how it is triggered, or how it comes about.
Tolu wants to understand.
Yes,
me
personally, I really want to, because You know, when before you said what you said, I was saying like you were talking about programming, and I was like talking about the way we were created to have male to female relations, especially when it comes to sex.
Yeah.
But eventually, in the growth process, maybe somebody external that had the same inclinations, like, oh, I'm not the traditional type of person, comes into the picture of a child's life and influences, whether it's a friend or or an elderly person or a family member, and influences that person's eventual choices as to what they like sexually.
I think you start to ask yourself questions.
Yeah.
Once you start asking yourself questions about you, why are certain things the way they are? Why is it like this? Why is it that every time I try to be with a girl, if you're a man, you're asking, why is it that every time I try to be with a girl, it just doesn't go? Why am I not triggered? Why am I not turned on by girls? You know, why do I like to hang out with guys more than girls? You know, stuff like that. When you start asking those questions, that's when you begin to find answers to the questions. And that's when you begin to find yourself.
So sometimes you could eventually say that some people have been hurt so much by the same sex that they felt like being with the same sex
that's just one
scenario
of it. It's one. It's just one. You don't have to necessarily be hurt. There's some people who have dated same sex all their lives.
Yeah.
Some people are gay right from the get-go, so they didn't have to be hurt by somebody. I'm just saying that's one scenario that could, say, you know what, maybe this is not working because I'm actually not inclined to be with guys or with girls with, opposite sex. I'm not actually, let me try this. And then you try it and you see that, oh, actually, this is who I am. This is what works for me. Because what works for A will not work for B. But because we're in such a conformitist society, we just want to fit in. We want to be like, you're not the odd one out. It's like, oh, all your friends are married with children. How come you're the only one who doesn't have children? You're the only one who's not married. You're the only one.
Now, I've even seen couples that find a way to get kids, like same-sex couples that do that. Yeah.
So why? Exactly. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's just find yourself and be happy. At the end of the day, the truth is, you can never truly be happy unless you find yourself. Yeah. And sexual orientation is part of finding yourself. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep picking out things because, like I said, I have my personal view about it, but I'm putting my personal view aside to just discuss the subject independently. So, people have said this is my truth, and everybody has their truth. Yeah. So what is the truth?
There is no one truth for everybody. There is
you think so?
There's no two people are the same. Even twins are not the same. So there is no one truth for everybody. Yeah. My truth is I'm not a traditional girl. I think I'm one of those people who will never get married. Like married.
And this is because of sexual orientation, or just one of those things?
I don't know. Yeah. It's just too much to. When I depend on when I depend on one person, I'm too dependent. So it's
when you
crushing.
love hard.
Yeah. So it's crushing, and it gives me anxiety. Like when I'm with somebody, when I'm in a relationship, I'm anxious. I'm always anxious because I like to be in control, and you cannot control another human being. So it's like, instead of us to just be sweet and we're always butting heads because, it's like I'm always, so it's, some people are just better off, in an open relationship. I'm one of those people.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
I don't like commitment. It scares me because
it's typically guys that say that.
Yeah, because
that
the kind of commitment that I want, that I usually want, then the other person is not willing to give it to me. It's always too much for them to handle. So
I see.
It's too much. So that it's drowning them or it's drowning me. Somebody's drowning. So it's best. I operate best, and I'm at my best when I'm open.
Okay. So when we come back from this break, we're going to discuss how people treat other people that have different, sexual orientation and are open about it. We're going to discuss that.
Okay.
Why do people do the things they do, and why should these people even be allowed to treat the people this way?
Okay.
And when we're right back from the break, we shall continue on sexual orientation. See you after the.
Hi, my name is Krystn.
And my name is Tolu, and you are tuned to On the Real with Tolu and Krystn.
When you're looking for that authentic Caribbean flavor, the place to go is Aldi's Caribbean Restaurant. The food is good and the service is great. Takeout or dine-in, we've got you covered. Try our all-you-can-eat buffet, Monday through to Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're located at 7879 Spring Valley Road in Dallas, Texas. Visit aldiz.com or call us at 972-701-0111. Catering is also available. Aldi's Afrobean Restaurant. Come, taste the Afrobean flavor.
Reaching millions. The new set, bottom to the top. New music from holy hip-hop lyricist Orem Shalom.
And it's loving God more than anything. You know that love you feel inside for yourself. Love who you come in contact with the same. Learn from the Lord, not your pain. My God forgives and so do I. I like life, but I'm excited to die. To live in the kingdom of the Most High. To see what it's like to be alive.
God's word encased in an insatiable groove that'll keep you singing and playing this song over and over again. Bottom to the top. The new single from Orem Shalom. Get it now at iTunes, Spotify.com, and Amazon.com.
I love you, God.
Hi, my name is Krystn.
And my name is Tolu, and you are tuned to On the Real with Tolu and Krystn.
So,
All right. We are back.
First
and
of
we're
all,
discussing.
I want to apologize to Krystn.
Wait first, before you apologize, we're talking about
Yeah.
sexual orientation. Are people born gay or straight or any of that? And Tolu has been having his reservations. And I said that people find themselves. Oh, you were going to apologize to me?
Yes,
Or
for
what?
putting you on the spot, actually.
No,
'cause
I mean, it's
she-
okay.
She told me
That's
during the
what
break
you
that,
always do.
like, you just put me
You
on the spot.
always
It's
put
like
me on the spot,
firing
so
squad or something.
You always
I
put
was
me on the
like,
spot.
no,
Tolu.
but it's cool.
So,
It's because, you know.
I feel like I said earlier,
Yeah.
people grow up and then
Yeah.
because we're confined, especially if you're African, you know how we're raised. We're raised to, by the book, go by the book,
Yeah.
and do what's right, and follow the rules and follow instructions and do that straight. Everything has to be, so you're boxed up.
Yeah.
And then when you start growing up, you start to realize that, you know what, certain things are not working because this is who I am. You start to ask questions. I've been asking myself questions over the last few years.
Yeah.
I've been finding myself, and I've realized that I'm not a traditional girl.
Type of person.
I'm not
Yeah.
a traditional girl. I'm not the, so it's like, all your friends, my mom would say, oh, your friends are getting married, they're having children, why are you not doing that? I said, it's just not, I'm not that kind of person. I'm not saying that I don't want to get married.
Yeah.
I want to have children and all of that, but it's just not going to work the way that society wants it to work.
Okay.
It's going to work on my own terms.
So from your perspective,
Yeah.
having should I say, being one-track minded about male and female relations is a societal thing.
Yes, it is.
More, less.
It is. Yeah, it
Okay.
is, because you cannot choose for somebody who they love.
I see.
You don't know where you find. I mean, you can be all around Gallivant, and that's why it takes time. You need to start asking yourself questions. You look through your life and evaluate the situation and be like, this is what has been going on in my life, and why is this not working? Why is this not working? And then you come to the conclusion that, oh, this is what works for me. This is not what works. This doesn't work for me, and just live your life on your terms, regardless of what other people think. So I'm not a traditional girl in the sense that I'm very open-minded. I mean, tomorrow I could fall in love with a girl, and I'll definitely be with her, date her, whatever.
Yeah, so if you've been tripping for Krystn, you heard her now.
I'm not, yeah.
Yeah.
And also, I also realize that relationships give me hypertension and
I get that.
anxiety, and so I'm more of an open relationship type of person.
I see.
Yeah. So it's easier when I'm seeing somebody and I know that we're open. So you're free to, I mean, whatever, live your life. I'm living my life.
Okay.
Even though you're there, but we're open. We're not. I don't like commitment.
Okay.
Because the crap.
So here's my dynamic, yeah?
So.
Because the truth is, there are always, whether we like it or not, the reason why I brought this topic up is we need to understand whether you're on this side of the spectrum or that side of the spectrum, we need to understand that as human beings, we're all different, yeah? And the fact that this other side of the spectrum doesn't correlate with your belief system or the way you were raised or your general basic orientation doesn't mean that this side of the spectrum deserves hate from you.
Yeah, or that they're wrong. There's no wrong or right answer in life.
Yeah.
Life is not black and white. It is, it's just whatever works. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm very, well.
Because I see a lot of, yes, I understand. You know, experiencing, for me, I had this weird experience. I didn't know a friend of mine swung the other way. And when I found out when he almost tried to suggest it, you know, with me. And so it was kind of awkward for me because I didn't know that he was like that. But here's what happened. Because of our friendship, I was able to understand that, okay, this is how he is. And in as much as I can't subscribe to what he's offering, it doesn't stop him from being my friend.
Yes, but I don't know why people judge. People have a judgmental perception towards gay people or people who are every other person apart from bisexual, gay, whatever else that is not, as long as it's not straight. I don't know why people have this kind of judgmental perception towards those people.
Yeah.
Because the truth is, you're not dealing with, you're dealing with an individual, you're dealing with a person. And you have to treat people according to how they treat you. Are they nice to you? Do you trust them? Are they open? And I'll tell you, for a fact, the nicest people that I've come across in my life. No, to be honest.
Don't be biased.
Some of the nicest people that I have worked with, or I have been with as friends, I've done business with, are gay people.
Because they don't give you drama.
No, because they're just very open-minded.
Yeah.
Straight people, it's good to be straight, but then straight people are very close-minded. Very, very close-minded. And it's like, it's either you're straight or nothing else.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're not straight, so shift. No. But these gay people, bisexual, and every other orientation that's out there, those people are very kind. They're the kindest people that you can talk to, you can work with.
It doesn't diminish their humanity.
But I need people to understand that.
Yeah.
And then don't look at them differently. Everybody is a person. Everybody is deserving of love. Everybody is deserving of respect. And if nobody treats you, if you meet a human being and they don't treat you with disrespect, don't give disrespect to them. Treat everybody nicely.
Okay. So here's what I'm going to say.
Good.
Here's what I'm going to say.
And then maybe you can, people, I feel like people who are always judgmental or who treat other people bad is because they have some element of lies that they're telling themselves.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just too scared to own up to their own truth, so they're afraid that somebody else, they're jealous that somebody else is living their truth, so it just makes them be paranoid.
So here's what I'm going to say. Since there are two sides to this matter, the way the people that have a different sexual orientation want these people that are straight to understand that this is how we are and accept us, they should also understand that.
But they understand. They don't look for anybody's trouble.
Yeah, of course.
They just
of
want
course.
to be accepted.
But it's just like an understanding on both sides. Because that's the reason why I brought the topic, because I feel like if we understand each other better and realize that, okay, whatever your sexual orientation is, you're still a human being, and I owe it to you to treat you as a human being and not diminish who you are as a person, then I may not subscribe to what you subscribe to, but I can still respectfully live and coexist with you, regardless of what you believe in.
It's just like girls who are in traditional marriages, who are married and, like that. They look at some of us like we're crazy because we don't like committed relationships in that traditional relationships like that. Yeah. But we're all just trying to live this life and be happy.
It happens every week when we have something that keeps us talking like this. Time
flies.
Just drives by.
We'll come back to this topic, and then I think the next time we come back on this topic, we'll have a guest.
Yeah, that is of a different orientation, and see how that goes.
A gay or a lesbian.
That word, you use it a lot.
Yeah, because it's not. It's just like saying straight. What's different about it? You're too enlightened to
No,
this.
some people just don't like, that particular cliche.
Why?
But it's all good.
It's either you're gay, you're straight, you're bisexual,
or homosexual.
Or
something.
So we'll have either a gay or lesbian.
Okay, so let's have your final thoughts before they run us out of air.
My final thought is, are people born gay? I cannot say for a fact, but all I know is people grow up and find themselves and discover themselves, and then start to live their truth, and everybody should be open to it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we finally answered the question of the day, because the question was, are people born gay? And finally,
I don't know. I said I don't know. I didn't say no or yes. I don't know.
At least, but you said they eventually grow up and find themselves.
Yeah, you find yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why.
So
it must be there for you to find something. It means it's there. So you were born gay.
All right, people. From me, I'll just say, respect everyone, no matter who they are, whether they are bi, gay, whatever they do. Respect people.
Everybody deserves love and respect.
But just always remember that everybody has their opinions, their beliefs. Respect whatever another person believes and has an opinion about, basically. Right?
Yep.
All right, people. From
Thank you
me,
so much
Tolu,
for
and
tuning in. This is Krystn NM.
We'll see you next week on The Real with Tolu and Krystn.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, my name is Krystn.
And my name is Tolu.
And you are tuned to
On The Real with Tolu and Krystn.
When you're looking for that authentic Caribbean flavor, the place to go is Aldi's Caribbean Restaurant. The food is good and the service is great. Takeout or dine-in, we've got you covered. Try our all-you-can-eat buffet, Monday through to Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're located at 7879 Spring Valley Road in Dallas, Texas. Visit aldiz.com or call us at 972-701-0111. Catering is also available. Aldi's Afrobean Restaurant. Come, taste the Afrobean flavor.